the Trump administration's abrupt halt to federal grants and loans, announced via a two-page internal memo from acting OMB Director Matthew Vaeth, has sent shockwaves through the nation, prompting widespread outrage and accusations of reckless disregard for the well-being of millions of Americans. The memo, terse and devoid of nuance, instructed all federal agencies to temporarily pause all activities related to obligations or disbursement of all federal financial assistance, a sweeping directive with potentially catastrophic consequences. While the memo ostensibly excluded Social Security and Medicare, the impact on other crucial programs is undeniable and profoundly disturbing. The ramifications of this unprecedented freeze are far-reaching and deeply. Universities, facing potential funding shortfalls for research and crucial student aid programs, are bracing for a severe blow. The nonprofit sector, a vital pillar of American society, providing essential services from healthcare to disaster relief, hangs precariously in the balance. Cancer research, already a challenging and underfunded field, faces the chilling prospect of stalled projects and delayed breakthroughs. Food assistance programs, lifelines for countless families struggling with food insecurity, are imperiled, threatening widespread hunger and malnutrition. Suicide prevention hotlines, providing a critical service to vulnerable individuals contemplating self-harm, may be forced to curtail their operations, leaving those in crisis without desperately needed support. Hospitals, already burdened by the strain of the ongoing pandemic, face further financial strain, hindering their ability to provide quality care to patients. Community health centers, which serve underserved populations, are jeopardized, leaving vulnerable communities without access to essential medical services. Nonprofit organizations dedicated to assisting disabled veterans, providing critical support and resources to those who have sacrificed for their country, face an uncertain future, their vital missions threatened by this abrupt and inexplicable funding freeze. The sheer breadth of programs affected underscores the gravity of the situation and the potential for widespread suffering. The political response has been swift and furious. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, in a scathing news conference, described the order as a dagger at the heart of the average American families in red states and blue states, in cities and suburbs and rural areas, highlighting the indiscriminate and devastating impact of this action. He and other Democratic leaders have vehemently condemned the administration's actions, portraying them as a deliberate attempt to undermine essential public services and inflict widespread economic. Senator Patty Murray echoed this sentiment, stating, "The American people did not vote for this kind of senseless chaos. Republicans should not advance that nomination out of committee until the Trump administration follows the law." The order's timing, coming just days after the abrupt cessation of all foreign aid, further fuels suspicions of a broader, more sinister agenda. While the administration claims the move is intended to align financial assistance with Trump's policies, critics argue that this is a thinly veiled pretext for a politically motivated power grab, designed to punish and destabilize sectors of society deemed unfavorable. The lack of transparency and the sweeping nature of the order have led to accusations of illegality and unconstitutional overreach. Virginia Senators Mark Warner and Tim Kaine issued a joint statement branding the order reckless and illegal, reflecting the widespread sentiment of outrage and disbelief. Connecticut Attorney General William Tong went even further, describing the pause as a full assault on American families, characterizing it as an unprecedented and blatantly lawless and unconstitutional attack on every corner and level of our government and economy. The sheer scope of the potential damage, the lack of consultation, and the utter disregard for the well-being of millions of Americans have fueled accusations of a brazen disregard for the rule of law and a cynical disregard for the consequences. The international implications are equally significant, undermining America's standing on the world stage and potentially jeopardizing long-term diplomatic relationships. The ongoing crisis highlights the fragility of the American social safety net and the profound vulnerability of countless individuals and communities to the whims of political power. The fallout from this decision is likely to be felt for years to come, leaving an enduring legacy of hardship and uncertainty. The unprecedented nature of this action necessitates immediate and decisive action to mitigate its potentially devastating effects and to ensure accountability for those responsible for this reckless and irresponsible decision. The lack of due process and the disregard for the voices of those affected underscore the urgency of a swift and robust response. The long-term consequences of this action remain to be seen, but the immediate impact is undeniably severe and deeply concerning for the future of the nation. The Associated Press contributed reporting.